Hello substreamers and welcome back to Substream News. Now I'm going to apologise, microphone is playing up, so I hope you can hear me okay. I'm in a beautiful little forest here delivering this week's Substream News, so let me get straight into it. Snapchat, Gen Z's favourite messaging app, is about to get its biggest redesign in years. The plan is to simplify navigation from 5 tabs down to 3 for its 850 million users. Now the 3 tabs, there's going to be one for messages and stories with friends, one for the camera, and one for a new TikTok-like feed for full screen videos from creators and publishers. Now the idea behind that is to, I guess, challenge for market share with TikTok and Instagram Reels. Now, I've got a quote here from Snapchat CEO Evan Spiegel. He says, "It brings stories closer to conversations. It simplifies content discovery and it brings people straight into our camera to express themselves." Now, if you're a Snapchat user, you should also know that Snap Map is moving to messages. For You is going to merge creator, publisher, brand and adverts all into one space. Now, the aim of this redesign is to make Snapchat better for viewing vertical content and become a serious competitor in the vertical video space. Is this what Snapchat needs? I don't know. I don't use the app. You can let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to this redesign. Let's move on to the next story, and I'm pointing down because if you've got just a second to click subscribe, it would really help the channel. Let's move on. Now, I'm squatted down here to tell you that Snapchat's not the only major social media app that is getting an upgrade. Some users may have already experienced this one because YouTube is rolling out adverts when you pause. Yes, YouTube has taken this idea from Hulu, DirecTV and Amazon Fire Sticks, which all already advertise during pauses. So now when you try to stop the ad, you're going to see another adception. At what point does YouTube just completely do away with video content and just show you ads? That seems to be the future because they're obsessed. Now don't pause because you might see an ad. Keep watching and we're going to move on to the next story. Let's go. Now there's another app I'd like to tell you about that's been doing the rounds, let's say, getting a lot of attention on social media, and it's called SocialAI. And the idea is you make a post and immediately about 1,000 AI bots respond. Now that might sound really annoying and user feedback has been very mixed. Some positive, some negative, most people saying that this is a little bit Black Mirror-esque. It's a bit of a comment on social media and society in general. But it's not all a joke. Actually, it's not satire. It's an interesting take on large language learning models and how you can interact with them. So let me tell you how it works. Well, you sign up and you choose the kind of followers that you want on your content. So you can have supporters, fans, skeptics, critics, thinkers, optimists, pessimists, counselors, alarmists, realists, haters, sarcastic people, and actually loads more. There's a premium version for even more types of followers. Now, I thought, who would use this and why would they use it? Well, creator Michael Saman, he has this quote. He said, "It's designed to help people feel heard, give them a space for reflection, support and feedback that acts like a close-knit community." Well, many people who use the app have reported feeling glad and happy that they are not popular on social media and that they are not constantly inundated with notifications, the little red one in a box, and ping, ping, ping. I want to know, let me know down in the comments, would you try this app? It's called SocialAI. If you haven't used it and you're going to use it, let me know how it goes because I'd like your opinion on it. Let's move on. I am sweating absolute buckets here to deliver you the information that LinkedIn is also making a significant change to their platform. Now, some users, myself included, may have already got a notification that explains that they're about to start using your data to train LinkedIn's AI models. Now, the Microsoft-owned LinkedIn company announced in a blog post on Wednesday it recently updated its privacy policy, and that clarifies how it's going to use your personal data to train its AI-powered tools. and it can do things like generate writing suggestions and post recommendations. I'm absolutely dripping if you can't see, but when members use the professional networking platform, it collects data on their activity, like their posts, language preferences, login frequency, and any feedback they provide to the platform. Now, the good news is you are completely within your rights as a LinkedIn user to turn it off. Goodbye using my data to train your bots. You have to go to settings, data privacy, and then select data for generative AI improvement, and then turn it off. Easy. So if you use LinkedIn and you're aware of kind of how annoying a lot of the posts are, very self-gratifying, pat on the back for me and all my business wisdom, kudos to myself. Can you imagine anything worse or more nauseous than an AI bot that does it for you? An AI bot that loves itself and its business experience so much that it wants to automatically write narcissistic posts all day. Blech. Disgusting. Let's move on before I vomit something more intelligent than 90% of LinkedIn posts. Let's go. Now, I apologize in advance if you can hear this waterfall behind me, but it's beautiful, and what a wonderful place I'm in. So I've talked to you a little bit about Snapchat, YouTube, SocialAI and LinkedIn. Now, there's a reason that I've followed this theme of social media apps and the changes they're making, and it's because a wonderful report came out from the FTC last week, and it says social media companies cannot be trusted to govern themselves. Yes, they are like naughty children. Particularly, it mentions Facebook, YouTube and X, or Twitter, whichever name you prefer to go by, and it did mention some others too. Now, the report found that these platforms not only surveil consumers, but often retain vast troves of data indefinitely about users and non-users alike. And suggest that they can't be trusted to regulate themselves. Now, given the billions of dollars that these companies earn from collecting and monetizing our data, self-regulation has been a failure. That's an actual quote from the report. Self-regulation has been a failure. Here's another quote from the report. Predicting, shaping and monetizing human behavior through commercial surveillance is extremely profitable. It's made these companies some of the most valuable on the planet, and putting industry in charge has had predictable results. Wonderful. The problem, the report finds, is not with one particular company's business model, but with actually an industry-wide incentive structure that rewards harvesting, collecting and monetizing user data. Here's another quote from the report which I particularly liked. While lucrative for the companies, these surveillance practices can endanger people's privacy, threaten their freedoms and expose them to a host of harms like identity theft and stalking. Well, you're hearing problems and problems and problems, so what's the solution? Well, get Congress to pass privacy legislation and also ask these platforms to self-limit data collection. Fat chance of that ever happening. But there's a wonderful chance that you might subscribe to our channel. So if you're not yet subscribed, the subscribe button is nice and easy, just below the video. Give it a click and you can see more of my face. Usually without glasses, sunglasses anyway. But it's beautiful and sunny here today, so I have to protect my eyes. Social media cannot be trusted to self-govern itself, but you can self-govern yourself as we go and watch the next video. Let's move on. And as always, on to a lighter note. Now, if you can't trust social media to self-govern itself, let me introduce you to someone else that revels in the chaos. It's an 8-year-old girl from Ohio. Now, this story went mega viral last week and it was pretty funny. She stole her parents' SUV and drove it 10 miles, 16 kilometers, to the nearest Target, which for British viewers I think is a bit like a Tesco. Groceries, electronics, consumer goods, clothing, stuff like that. Now, she was found inside the store, safe, drinking a Frappuccino. The only thing she damaged and admitted to was hitting somebody's mailbox. She won't be charged because of her age, but I'm sure that her parents will lock their car and do absolutely all they can in future to stop this young carjacker from going shopping on her own. I thought it was a wonderful story. It's a great way to end this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Your likes and subscribes really help. Channel is growing as always, and we couldn't do it without you. Again, I'd like to say sorry for my microphone problems, but it will be fixed for the next video. And if you're not watching this as a fresh video, you can go watch that next video right now. Thank you. I'm Joseph, your presenter, in a beautiful place. I'm going to go have a nice walk and sweat even more. See you next time.